You know, I don't believe tough times make you or break you. What I do believe, tough times reveal who you are. Tough times reveal your true self. In the same way, tough times reveal who your true friends are from your fake friends. Tough times will tell us, are you the quitter? The person who's like, oh no, I'm throwing the towel. I can't do this anymore. Or are you the fighter who keeps getting knocked down time and time again, but you keep waking up and you're like, devil, not today. I ain't giving up. It doesn't matter how many times you knock me down, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna keep fighting. Failure is quitting. Failure is not failing a bunch of times. Unfortunately, some tough times last a long time. I'm not talking about a couple days, a couple months. Sometimes they last for years. And when they do, it becomes harder and harder to keep holding on. It makes it so hard to wake up and do it again. But I also believe that the bigger your setback, the greater you come back. I do. And unfortunately, when tough times last a long time, it almost becomes like a thorn in your flesh. That one thing that seems like you're cursed. That one prayer item that you keep bringing on to God over and over and over, and days turn into months, and months turn into years. And it kind of feels like God is deaf. God is not hearing my prayers. It's like, God, why have you forsaken me? I keep looking around, but you keep answering prayers for all these people around me, but my prayer is not answered. Tough times can last longer. One of the toughest and longest seasons in my life, one that I thought I would never make it out of, one that I thought about throwing in the towel so many times, one that was a thorn in my flesh, was poverty. Being born poor. It was hard. I prayed and I prayed. God, hear my prayers. And days turned into months, months turned into years. And still God did not come through like I wanted him to. Man, I can't tell you how many times I just wanted to give up. You know, to have a dream of one day waking up and not having to worry about when the next plate of food would come from. Or not having to worry about boiling colored water so that I can drink. Not worry about dying from cholera or typhoid. Poverty, man. Poverty is hard. Poverty is degrading. And I almost feel like when you're poor, people feel like they have a right to disrespect you or just treat you like you're worthless or something. Especially when you're born in generational poverty, breaking out of the cycle can be so hard. Man, and when God would show me visions of me living in a beautiful home and with a beautiful family, I remember I would tell God, you crazy if you think that I would move from here to the visions that you show me. So many times I just wanted to throw in the towel and just give up. and accept, hey, you know what? Maybe I was born poor. I'm going to live poor and die poor, and life goes on. Over the years, my hope diminished. But somehow I kept the faith alive. I dared to believe different. I dared to believe that God is faithful. That even though this season had lasted for so long, that there was going to be a light at the end of the really, 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 really dark tunnel. Man. But who is God? But who is God? The world had written a story about me. The world had already written a tombstone and said he was born poor, he was going to live poor, he was going to die poor. But then my God had a different story written for me. That even though this kid was born poor, that he would beat the odds one day. It seemed like God tarried. It seemed like God took forever. And the setback seemed so big that I would never be able to come back. But who is God? But who is God? The biggest season of tears, the biggest season of waiting, God came through, and I was able to break out of the shackles of poverty. So I want to encourage you today. I don't know what season you're in today. It seems like it's taken forever. It seems like it's hopeless. Never gonna happen. I mean, can you believe Abraham and Sarah? God telling them that they were gonna have a baby? 100 years old? A baby? Are you crazy, God? How? He's not crazy. Even though he may look like he is delayed, he's not forgotten. He's not a man that he can lie. Keep hope alive. And even though it seems like a thorn in your flesh, and even though the situation seems hopeless, God can turn it around. That if God did it for me, in my so many years of poverty, God is gonna do it for you too. And my biggest setback, is now my greatest comeback. And one of the most beautiful things is God uses that season to bring so much glory into his kingdom. And I'm thankful because now I went through the test and now I have a testimony. That I went through a lot of mess, but I do have a message. And one of the organizations that helped me overcome poverty, Compassion, I get the opportunity to go and speak for them and be able to share my story of poverty, how But God used compassion to release me from poverty in Jesus' name. And as a result of that, kids get sponsored. As a result of that, so many other kids' lives gets rewritten. The what used to be my biggest struggle is my greatest asset today. Because I have a testimony that God is able. I have a testimony that though he may tarry, he will still come through. He is still faithful. He is. And he's going to use whatever tough season that you're going through right now for his glory. Because there's someone else who needs to hear your story. There's someone else who will be going through the same thing. And guess what? Your story will tell them, don't give up. God is on the throne. And so no, tough times don't make you or break you. Tough times reveal you. I'm going to encourage you. Don't give up. Don't give up. If there was a time for you to tie your gloves tighter, this is it. Don't quit. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Because your miracle is going to happen in Jesus' name. God bless you. Don't give up. Don't give up. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Kenya American Home, and watch out for the next Monday talk next Monday. Until then, you have yourself a great rest of your week.